Hello students, the topic of video is an introduction to on his 23rd birthday. So let's get started. On his 23rd birthday is a Petrarchan sonnet written by John Milton, the famous English poet. It is a sonnet written on 9th December 1631. Typical of Petrarchan sonnet, there is a tonal changes as well as change in the mood and emotions of the poet. The poem has an autobiographical touch. This poem may be referring to the years he had already spent studying at Christ's College, Cambridge, where he was still enrolled. When he wrote this poem, he would graduate the following year, 1632. Perhaps he felt that many years had been wasted studying and learning about other people's work rather than making his own. Therefore, the poet laments the passage of 23 years of his life. So, the poem begins with a tone of frustration, desperation, and despair. The poem has two parts, octave and sestet. So let's read the poem. How soon hath time, the subtle thief of youth, stolen on his wing my 23rd year. My hasting days fly on with full career, but my late spring no bud or blossom sheweth. Perhaps my semblance might deceive the truth, that I to manhood am arrived so near, and inward ripeness doth much less appear, that some more timely happy spirits endureth. Yet, be it less or more, or soon or slow, it shall be still in strictest measure even, and to that same lot, however mean or high, towards which time leads me and the will of heaven. All is, if I have grace to use it so as ever in my great taskmaster's eyes. How soon had time, the subtle thief of youth, stolen on his wing my 23rd year. The poet says, how soon time, the subtle thief of youth, has stolen on his wing his 23 years of his life. So here time is pictured as a subtle thief of youth which has wing. So time is compared to bird. So like a bird, time has stolen or time has carried away his 23 years of his life. My hasting days fly on with full career. His days are passing quickly, or you may say, his days are fleeting. But my late spring no bud or blossom sheweth. He is growing by age, but late spring of his life has no bud, no blossom, no fruit. He regrets he has not achieved anything substantial in his life despite crossing 23 years. Perhaps my semblance might deceive the truth that I to manhood am arrived so near. So my semblance means appearance, look. So my semblance, my appearance might deceive the truth. Deceive the truth means that he does not seem as old as he is. His look deceives the truth that he is practically a man. So he doesn't look as mature as he is according to his age. And inward ripeness doth much less appear. Inward ripeness means mental maturity. And inward ripeness, it continues the natural metaphor of bud and blossom in line 4. So the poet has more maturity or ripeness inside than he shows outside, and he has more maturity or ripeness than some other young people, the more timely happy spirit have. So the phrase timely happy spirit, it can be understood to refer to those who are more comfortable with their age or whose age reflects more happily their inner being. In sestet, the mood changes. There is an introspection and acceptance. So he says, yet be it less or more, soon or slow, it shall be still in strictest measure even. Yet be it refers to inward ripeness of line 7. Whether ripeness appears less or more, now or later, it shall be just right according to his destiny, the Lord, towards which time leads him. So he feels that all he needs is time, necessarily along with the blessings of God. He would one day, sooner or later, in a large amount or small, bless him. It is destiny, he realizes. He would indeed be blessed by God, and his fortune may change for the better. He decides to stand and wait in anticipation of grace of God. He feels that right now it is destiny allotted by God. Accordingly, he has to carry out his part of duty and wait in patience. He dreams of the day when God blesses him in his own strict measure. He would bless him with a sense of creativity so that he would bloom to be a better poet. He realizes that human beings are allotted to play their role, to perform God's will, sometime less, sometime more. It may vary, but the Almighty, the power, would always remain above, blessing him. So, all he needs is time, patience, and will of heaven. All is if I have grace to use it so, as ever in my great taskmaster's eye. In the last line, the poet refers to God as a taskmaster. His job is to extend work, and God will make him strive hard so that one day he would be great poet, because that is what he feels God intends him to be. If not today, perhaps someday he will achieve what he dreamed of, and the success he strived for, and the glory he anticipated. He will certainly succeed as what he aspired to be. So, in this way, the sonnet ends with a note of hope. Thank you very much for watching this video.